And we meet again, we meet again, we meet again. Shout out to you, and you know I am not on time. Sensational, 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 sensational. My apologies. But sometimes, good things come to those who wait. You heard that one before, right? Shout out to you, man. If you're here, I appreciate you. If you're seeing this later on, I still appreciate you. Big up yourself. My name is Botswana Papi. This is the Football Power Hour. We're gonna pretty much just look at the transfer window, just take a look at how it ended, and yeah, and then sort of assess, maybe talk about which club won the transfer window. Um, yeah, yeah, that's the agenda for today's show. So big up yourself on this lovely Tuesday. If you're one of those people that hasn't hit the like button yet, I encourage you to do that. I humbly request you to do that. And yeah, man, let's start this transfer window review, shall we? Shout out to you if you just in the building. By the way, I appreciate you. We're going to talk about the transfer window, but before that, I want to acknowledge the people that are in the building and say I'm sorry to everybody that was here early, and when I had to push back the time of the show. There was some extenuating circumstances, and yeah, but here we are. Here we are, and that's what I'm excited about. Look at this. I feel like after today's show, we should do a proper prediction stream, because now we know what everybody has, the tools that every team has. Because let's be real, the prediction stream that we've done before, I feel like it was mainly based on a lot more instinct and a lot more what some expectations for a club as opposed to the players. There's a lot more that's sort of like influencing that decision, if you get what I'm saying. So the time, I feel like, for a proper, educated, and informed prediction is now, especially after seeing a teaser of 3 games minimum, like that's what some clubs have played. So anyway, so Ikaching is in the building, by the way. Criminal activity at its finest. The stream was supposed to start now, and this was a while ago. So I appreciate and I ask for forgiveness. Kenny says KG and Von started the stream late on the same day. What are the odds? Shout out to Young Papi in the building. Hodge, nah. Preem in the building. Throwing for. You throwing tomatoes? Nah, fam. Nah. Will, let's give our flowers to Joe Blackman for that intro. He's the one that cooked that. And we've been giving him his flowers, but let's do it again because he's also in the building. Shout out to Joe, man. And all right. Nah. Apology not accept. What do I gotta do? We can't do Will of Justice right now. Come on, there's like, can I promise that this week I will not be late again for a stream? If I am, then we can do the Wheel of Justice. Let's say that. The stream time that's set up will be the stream time when the show begins. It won't be expected lateness, as Ika Heng always says. But anyway, first things first, before we talk transfers, by the way, I don't know if you guys noticed or heard of this or caught wind of this, that Grimsby Town are cheats. They are a disgrace. Yo, 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 yo. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check this out. Grimsby Town have been fined 20K for fielding an ineligible player against Manchester United in the Carabao Cup. What?
And this is totally crap.
They fielded an ineligible player. Now, the EFL announced the punishment on Tuesday, today, stating that the League Two outfit failed to register Clark Udo in time for that penalty shootout victory over the Red Devils in the second round. Now, Grimsby snitched on themselves, apparently. This is Grimsby self-reported. They needed to submit this guy's registration before 12 p.m. on the day of the fixture. Instead, the documents were submitted just 1 minute after the deadline. Nah. They missed the deadline. They missed the deadline. Nah. You know what? I didn't know about the 1 minute. They definitely hired somebody like me to file the things, and he was like, nah, it's gonna go through. And then it was 1 minute late. But I thought, prior to reading this article, I thought it was like something like where they didn't even like think people would notice. Either way, they still broke the law. They still broke a rule, you know. And is 20K enough, or should we just say, listen, give your seat to another team? You see where I'm going with this? Give your seat to another team. I want Carabao Cup through the back door, man. Whatever by any means. Yo. If we appeal, we do get a rematch. And you know, if we get a rematch, we gotta do the thing. Nah. We gotta do the business. We gotta beat them. But anyway, that was something. It's the only way. Is it? Vegeta doesn't want it. Nah, man. Another team broke the rules. We registered our players before 12. They registered theirs at one of them at 12:01. Bruh, that's cheating. Playing with an ineligible player. I don't think 20K is enough for these guys. Anyway, that's that on Grimsby. I honestly felt like, you know what, some serious consequences need to happen, but you know, sounded like Bruno with the ref. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. Continue. Nah, fam. I just want to play fair. You know what I mean? Anyway. Let's move on from that one. It's just one of those things I just saw. I was like, man, we gotta talk about this. We gotta address this. At least bring it to light and see how we feel about this. But anyway, so Fabrizio, I guess we're not going to Fabrizio's Twitter that anymore, are we? Oh, he's still active. 18 minutes ago, Gundogan confirms his move to Galatasaray. Yeah, Gundogan shouldn't have really come back. He was all right at Barcelona, and he should have stayed there and never come back. Oh my God. Quotes from Anthony. What happened in Manchester? Oh my God. Yo. Assemble. Check this out. Anthony has spoken. Post his chapter from Manchester United. What happened in Manchester? Only I know how difficult it was. I'm sorry. Training separately, but that's part of life. I knew this moment would come. It's in the past. Look at Anthony. Emotional. One thing about this guy is like he was very passionate. Passion merchant. He may not have the consistency, but he has the passion. And he's one of those people that I feel like, other than the way they try to play out the deal at the end, with Real Betis, trying to get Manchester United to pay monies that we shouldn't be paying. Other than that little finesse attempt, I think Anthony, I wish him all the best. I got nothing, no bad feelings towards him. He only wanted Betis. He now got his Betis. And I hope it's a real one. I hope he has an impact of like a good impact at Real Betis, because he was different from the bomb squad. He wasn't very entitled per se. You know what I mean? So yeah. So Anthony, I look back at his moment, and I'm like, man, I'm sorry it didn't work out at Man United. You only gave us eyebrows and spinneronis. That's all we got from Anthony. And then go versus Barcelona. And the one versus Arsenal. I never forgot when he came to Man United. I thought we had signed something, and then it stopped. That's why sometimes you should be wary of like players that just start. They get to a place and they just start scoring and scoring and scoring, and then sometimes it can just stop. I remember Pep Guardiola talking about this, saying like, when a player that just broke into the scene, especially a young player or a new player, and then they catch form, wait for the moment when they lose form, because you really know about them after that moment. Will they how they bounce back into form, So anyway. Good. Farewell, Anthony. May you prosper in Real Betis and help them win something. Okay, what else? What else is happening? Aston Villa are happy to continue with Emi Martinez this season, as no exit is expected after Man United deal is off. Martinez not keen on Turkish league move, and he's prepared to stay at Villa. Man United opened talks but never sent an official bid. Word. Yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't leave Villa and go to Turkey if I was him either. And we'll see if we made the right decision by going for Lamens. Only time can tell. But I know that there's some people in this community that rated Emi Martinez, and he's got experience. He's a World Cup winner, big personality. But we've watched a compilation of his howlers, and he's not howler proof. So yeah. But anyway, so that is one of the major updates from Fabrizio, and then we'll look at two more before we talk transfers. Nicholas Jackson at Bayern Munich. That's gonna be interesting. I guess he's gonna win a league title, that's for sure, because Bayern Munich, the biggest competitor was you definitely put Bayer Leverkusen in there, but now Bayer Leverkusen having to find a new manager after Eric Ten Hag. It's gonna take them some time to get into to catch steam. So yeah, so the league is pretty much Nicholas Jackson just did a here we go for a trophy, pretty much. That's what that move means. Long-term wise, Lamens is the right choice. We will be there, Kenny. We will be there. As long as he keeps his head up, he will make mistakes. Shout out to you if you're just tuning in, by the way. Tommy is in the building. Stratford Elite in the house. What are you talking about? Willis may not be the most consistent. 50 million quid lost down the drain between cost and sale. Good riddance to the Muppet. That's Tommy talking about Anthony. Oh my God. I didn't know that's how you felt about him. He tried, though. He tried. Guys, we have almost 20 people in here. Okay. 20 likes minimum, por favor. The on, is there a bomba? from the On. The last thing from David Ornstein is about Ruben Loftus-Cheek called into England squad for upcoming 2026 Cup qualifiers. Damn. This is the first. This is crazy because this is the first time in 6 years he's been called up. Thomas Tuchel is concocting something over there. When is England playing? Speaking of Thomas Tuchel, England is playing Andorra on the 6th. So in 4 days, World Cup qualifier, and then they play Serbia. We're not watching that. Then they'll play Wales. Maybe we'll watch that one. But anyway, for this break, it's Andorra and then Serbia, and then I think then the next games will be in October. But in either way, we will be there. We will see what Thomas Tuchel is cooking, and Zinchenko. Nottingham Forest find last-minute agreement with Arsenal for Zinchenko. Okay. I didn't know Zinchenko was still out here playing. Garlic breath? Nah. Nah, fam. You will. He actually does look like he may have garlic breath, right? That's disrespectful, Will. Please don't say that again. Anyway. Here we are. We're going to talk about the summer transfer windows, talk about a few notable signings. There's so many signings that happened, so many players that transferred that it's impossible to talk about all of them. But there is some key notable ones that have been given transfer grades by Sam Teague, who's a writer for ESPN. And yeah, he pretty much says that Premier League clubs increased their spending this summer to new levels as the 20 like it's incredible. Like every team upgraded. Every team upgraded, and this year, for the first time, the transfer window was split into two because of the Club World Cup. So that's what made also this transfer window special and different. And then some teams that were in the Club World Cup, like Chelsea, really, really went big then and still participated again in the second part of the window, you know. So we're going to look at some of the what this guy has done. Sam, he pretty much gives a transfer grade for every team, like the team where the player is coming from, and the team and the grade for the team where the player is going to. Say, for example, like Isak. He says Isak for Newcastle, it was an A to get rid of Isak, but it was a B minus for Liverpool. And I'm like, huh? Funke? What is he talking about? You know, it's interesting, but it's a different way of talking about transfers that got me intrigued. That's why we're using this article to inform our conversation today. So Newcastle get an A for selling Isak, but Liverpool get a B minus. Why? This is what he said. It took all summer, but Isak has sealed his British record transfer to Liverpool. The fee, the dramatic saga, the sheer bitterness surrounding it all will combine to heap incredible pressure on this move. Strip it all back, and it's clear to see why the Reds have broken the bank to lend the Sweden international. He's a top 5 striker in the world, ready and able to take a great team one step further. But attackers who move for this kind of fee often struggle due to stratospheric expectations attached to it. Fam, I differ with your take because Isak is going to be plug and play. Wits And Isak is going to be a deadly combination. Now, Isak is injury prone. So he'll come in and score goals and then be injured. And then that's where Eketika comes in and continues. So Liverpool will be fine. That's why it baffles me that he says it's a B minus for Liverpool. Maybe he's talking about the fee because I guess it's the most expensive. But yeah. Anyway, that is that. I'm curious, by the way, if you're just joining in, what you feel about your club, and if you feel if which club you think has won the transfer window. I'm gonna share the link in a moment, but I want to big yourself up. Big up to Overhead Kick TV in the building. Shout out to Bansilo, who's tuned in from Twitch, saying Osasuna from La Liga. Of course, Bansilo. Yeah, Osasuna the club. Yes, from Football Manager. That one and Deportivo La Corona were the two teams I used to struggle with back in the day when I started playing Football Manager. But thank you for tuning in on Twitch. Kindly join the YouTube side as well, by the way, Bansilo. Another player that we got to talk about is Wisa. Wisa, according to Sam, Wisa left, obviously, Brentford for Newcastle to be the Isak replacement. But they experienced very similar transfer windows. They're both very, very proactive in saying, listen, I'm forcing a move, fam. And both were at the center of dramatic sagas involving Newcastle. And they were blocked from leaving their respective clubs all summer. And they suggested promises had been broken, released public statements on the matter, and then eventually they got their moves. So you know what? Little life lesson from the story of Isak and Wisa is, you know what? In life, sometimes you got to be a little assertive and a little aggressive sometimes. Because if you don't, you'll end up like... there's somebody else that was actually supposed to be on the move and he ended up not moving. Is it Gehi? I think it's Gehi. You end up like Gehi. You gotta force your move sometimes. You got closed mouths don't get fed. Release a public statement if you got to. And also shout out to what's his name? Nicholas Jackson's agent. He was like, we fighting this war in public. Because Delap got injured, and then Chelsea was like, yo, we're pulling the plug. We want him back. We want Nicholas Jackson back. And then the agent was like, nah, we're going to fight the good fight. The agent and the player said, listen. So sometimes you gotta, respect that and extrapolate these lessons from some of these stories. But anyway, so Wisa, I think he's gonna be a success at Newcastle, and I think whatever Brentford's bank account is looking good, because the whole football community cleaned out Brentford this transfer window, but they are stacked. If I was friends with, if man, all right, let me not even go that far. But Brentford has got some good money over there. I'd say if I was Brentford, it would have been probably better to keep Wisa though, because having such a mass exodus is definitely going to shock the system of the club, of the livelihood of the team. So either in a very, very negative way or in a very good way. And my instinct is it's the former. There's a player called Kevin, by the way. Kevin. And I'm not talking about KG. Kevin Gary. I'm talking about Kevin from Shakhtar Donetsk. Shakhtar. He's an extremely talented one-on-one dribbler. a street footballer who will deploy stepovers and rainbow flicks to entertain the crowd. This is what our friend Sam has written, by the way, about this guy called Kevin. All right. He joins in a club record deal that has generated immense excitement and anticipation. In order to truly flourish at Craven Cottage, though, he'll need to up his production in front of goal and learn to press in Marco Silva's aggressive system. Shakhtar have banked the fifth highest transfer fee in history, having signed the player just 18 months ago for 12 million euros. Okay. So they bought him for 12 and then sold him for 50. All right, Shakhtar. Another big transfer we got to talk about is Donnarumma. Donnarumma. I don't understand why this guy has given Donnarumma a C plus, for PSG gets a C plus for selling Donnarumma and Man City get a C plus. Maybe he explains it here. Let's see. Big up yourself if you're just joining in, by the way. Hit the like button. We Deserve Better does not like dribblers. Why? You don't like football, my friend. Why? I love, I love seeing wingers that get the ball and then they make things happen. It's like the excitement, if that puts you on the edge of your seat. That's why, whenever that guy that used to play for Newcastle was playing Saint Maxima, he used to be exciting a little bit to watch sometimes. Doku has a little bit of that, but Doku, I don't know. There's just something about him. It's like he overcomplicates it too, But anyway, but we'll be looking out for this guy called Kevin. Look out for Kevin, guys. So on Donnarumma, right? Donnarumma occupies a strange place in football's estimations. All right, interesting take. He is quite clearly a world-class shot stopper and match winner on his day, yet struggles dealing with aerial balls and can look absolutely dreadful with the ball at his feet. This is why Luis Enrique wanted to got rid of him. I agree with the second part of that statement. I don't know about the dealing with aerial balls, struggling that much, but you know what? This guy continues to explain his take by saying for PSG, the latter points began to outweigh the former, despite the fact the Italy international's incredible shot stopping formed a key part of that run to the Champions League trophy. The strangest part of all this is that Pep Guardiola's City should have exactly the same reservations on Donnarumma's style, but they're signing him anyway and likely committing to paying him a huge wage in the process. I understand the take now. It is a risk for Guardiola, who essentially wants a ball-playing goalkeeper, to get Luis Enrique's trash and say, I'm going to make something out of it. Because Luis Enrique said, I won the Champions League for a club that's never won the Champions League. With this guy playing the pivotal roles in 3 games minimum. Villa, Liverpool, Real Madrid. Liverpool. Yeah, you like Liverpool? No, I like Manchester. You're Manchester United? Yeah, me too. Yo, yes. Yo, subscribe to my YouTube channel, yeah? Yeah, Football Power Hour. Go to YouTube right now and type Football Power Hour. Please stay working. Football Power Hour. Hour. Yeah. Hour? Yes, sir. That's it. You'll see it. Big up, my bro. Are we gonna win the league? What are we? We got all the new players now. Yeah. 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 You excited? Yeah. Oh, bro, we'll do something special. Thank you, brother. See you on the channel. Yo. We are here. What are you? YouTuber on the corner of the street. No. Listen. All right, let me explain what I was saying about Donnarumma. Listen, I'm not calling him trash, but to Luis Enrique he is, because Luis Enrique decided to go get a whatever his name is. I'm forgetting his name right now. But Luis Enrique pretty much said, nah, I don't want Donnarumma. You know? But it's crazy that Pep Guardiola is taking that risk. That's the point that I was trying to drive home, really. And then anyway, there is who else really quickly? Oh, this one might go under the radar for a lot of people. Randall Kolo Muani, a player that we wanted at Manchester United. At some point, when we were in the search for a striker before Rasmus Højlund came, we talked about Kolo Muani. Some people on this channel saying, bring Kolo Muani. Guess what? He will be at the Tottenham Hotspurs. Cooking with Kudus. I think they're going to cook. Especially, Kudus. But on Kolo Muani, this is what our lovely friend Sam, the journalist, said. So for PSG, it's a D. Getting rid of Kolo Muani. Make that make sense. But for Tottenham Hotspur, it's an A-. Let's hear why. PSG spent an initial 75 million to bring Kolo Muani in 2023. That was hefty. 75 million euros. Right? It was a deadline day deal. Sadly, the club's actions since suggest anything but, as he was loaned to Juventus last season and has now been loaned to Spurs for 2025-2026. Okay, it's a loan deal. It's not a permanent transfer. Interesting. This treatment belies the fact that he's a quality striker who is also capable of playing wide. But PSG boss Luis Enrique's extremely specific idea of a number 9 striker means the France international is surplus to requirements. Hey, okay. Sensational. We'll be there. We'll see if Kolo Muani will cook. Imagine if he becomes like the unexpected top goal scorer, I know that's diabolical of a take. I know that's a diabolical take, but nobody over here knows who the top goal scorer is going to be definitively. So it could be a surprise. Anyway, Royal Antwerp gets an A for selling Sunderland to us. Manchester United get a B. Okay. I'm not interested in knowing his take because we all know what we think about our options, our goalkeeping options. Ederson went to Fenerbahce. Fenerbahce get an A for lending Ederson, who actually, honestly, guys, I hear it on Saint Lamens, but for me, Ederson, I don't know what was going on at City where he fell out of favor with Pep Guardiola. Maybe somebody else has more info. Coutinho might be able to tell us why Ederson fell out of favor. But Ederson's journey with City has come to a close. He leaves the club having played a significant part in revolutionizing the art of goalkeeping in England. I agree with that point. Across the top level of sport. Like everybody said when Pep came to the Premier League that, he's going to have to adapt to the Premier League. We don't build out from the back like this, like the way he was, the overlapping on goalkeeper playing from. And then Pep got Ederson, and Ederson was on point. And he showed it. We were like, okay, that's new. We want that. Liverpool went and got that Alisson. Many other teams also just got goalkeepers that are ball-playing goalkeepers. It's not the first time this happened in England, by the way. Obviously, it happened before Pep Guardiola and Ederson. Mates, shout out Mates. You know, but it was the first time where like, yeah, there was like, all right, we need to change the way we look at goalkeeping. And I felt that and saw that across many teams and Arsenal, etc., etc. You know, but anyway, it's something of a surprise to see his career in Europe's top 5 leagues sunset so quickly. He's only 32, you know. And City have refreshed between the sticks and seemed keen to shed his bulky wages. Fenerbahce are the fortunate recipients of a still great player in need of a change of scenery. For me, if Edison was willing to say, give me a Saint Lament type of salary, I'll go ahead and say it. I'd want him at Man United. Honestly. But Fenerbahce lends themselves a really good goalkeeper in Edison, who still has a lot to offer. You know, let's see, last two transfers. Oh my God, Manchester United got rid of Rasmus Højlund on a loan to Napoli, and Man United get an A minus, and Napoli get a B plus, a B. It did not work out for Højlund at United, so this reluctant parting of ways is for the best. Despite the Dane struggles, the Red Devils have struck a decent deal here, as a 6 million loan fee will become permanent for a further 44 million euros if if Napoli qualify for the Champions League in 2026, which feels likely. I mean, okay, that's good business. The Italian champions certainly needed a striker following Lukaku's injury, but this is still a well thought out move. Antonio Conte knows exactly how to use a number 9 like Højlund, and the Denmark international, still just 22, looked comfortable in Serie A for Atalanta 2 years ago. So, will Højlund cook in Napoli? It's the blonde boys over there. The ginger, they got McTominay, Kevin De Bruyne, they got Højlund. Ha. Oh boy. Alejandro Garnacho. That's a good one. I like it. It's a B. Chelsea have actually sold Nkunku to AC Milan as well. A minus for Chelsea, B minus for AC Milan. Okay. And then also Xavi Simons to Spurs from RB Leipzig. This is another player that we wanted, you know. Rasmus Kaku. Oh. Oh boy, Rasmus Kaku. That's a funny one. Yeah, Xavi Simons. Will he cook? Will he not cook? Simmons' career path is starting to look downright bizarre, and it's hard to escape the idea that the constant chopping and changing has affected his ability to realize his potential. You know who Xavi Simons reminds me of? And it's a coincidence that he's going to Spurs. Dele Alli, fam. He reminds me of Dele Alli. So let's see. Let's see if he's actually really quality, because as long as he can stay consistent, the guy can dribble. The guy he's actually really skillful. And under a coach like Thomas Frank, Lord knows, the ceiling is really high for Xavi Simons. Tyler Dibbling from Southampton to Everton. That should be interesting, because Everton also have Jack Grealish. That's a really, really good signing, you know, for Everton, you know. So anyway, that is that. I'm going to share the link in the chat. And for anybody that wants to come in and chime in about that transfers, hey, we deserve better, man. Let's not talk about that. Tommy says he's very Dupai, like he's talking about Xavi Simons, I believe. Yeah, I see Depay-ness in him, but he's a less flashy Depay. If you get what I'm saying, like Depay is like to be flashy, but Xavi Simmons feels like I don't know. He's a hard worker and also he's talented. That's what I feel about Xavi. I don't know. I want to hear your assessment of it. By the way, if you haven't hit the like button yet, please hit the like button. We have 25 people tuned in right now, and I appreciate all 25 souls, kind people that are here. And man, uh, if you would like to see this channel grow, just a light like won't hurt nobody. You know what I'm saying? A light, it won't even cost you so many calories. It's just like a little exercise for your thumb. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's talk to We Deserve Better and hear how he feels about all things transfer. After we read Tommy's take, saying one thing about Simmons is he works his backside off, full of energy. He's a good buy for Spurs. That is true. That is true. He works hard. He works hard. He works hard. Big up to We Deserve Better. We deserve banter.
Banter. Boss, you sure you don't want to talk about your shirt?
Hey, I support content creators. That's how I got this shirt.
Yeah.
It was a gift. It was a gift. When it happened actually. It was like maybe 2 days after the thing went viral. My friend ordered a bunch of Hog Tour merch.
I didn't know what it meant. I only looked it up because Joe said something in the chat, and I was just shocked.
Yeah.
It takes a lot to shock me. I can tell you. I'm looking at you in a very, very different light now, bots.
Hey,
and,
man,
and in a good light. Put it that way.
Oh Lord. You know what's funny? Where is she now? I think she had a podcast. I don't know. She just faded. The internet is funny. You can be like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Crazy. But anyway, how you feeling about the transfer window? How you feeling about it all, bro? Tell me.
I mean, I'm glad we got some of those outgoings, and we saved salary. I mean, it just couldn't they couldn't stay in the team. They needed to go just because Amarin didn't want them there. And if they came back or stayed, it just would have been noise. So I'm glad we've got rid of some of the noise. That's a good thing. It's because we need less noise at this club. This club is far too noisy. The noise needs to be on the pitch, and we're like mice on the pitch. So
yeah. Yeah. You're so right. And is there any one particular player that you're really glad we got rid of, and then one that you're like, you could have considered to reintegrate? I'm just curious.
I think Sancho was untenable. I think and I'm not going to discuss his footballing ability, but I just think with this club, with everything that's gone on, he had to go. And very close to that also was Garnacho. I didn't want him to go because I don't like academy players leaving this club. I want academy players to be front and center. And there is talent in the guy. He just didn't fit this system. And like I say, if the manager's making noise, well, then it gives license for the boys to make noise too. But he had to go too.
Yeah. With Garnacho, it's funny. In January, I was having a different conversation. I was in the corner of keep Garnacho. Napoli was still interested in him for about 60 mil around that time. And he was one of our liveliest attackers, when everybody else was dull, and bro, I don't know what happened from January up until May that things just, he devalued. And then the posts as well in the Aston Villa thing. Like it was just like, bro, like you just too much drama now. And then all of a sudden I was like, you know what? It's fine. Get out of here. He was the one for me. I was like, if there's somebody to consider about reintegration, it would have been Garnacho if we were not able to get rid of all the people that we got rid of, But yeah. And my only feeling is that now I hope we don't look back at this moment 3 years from now and he's in the Ballon d'Or nominees list, and he's up there, and it's like, huh? You
Yeah,
know
but
what I mean?
yeah, but he might be, and you know what I mean. I mean that's not our business anymore because I don't think if he'd stayed under this system under Amarin, he would have worked. He's a winger. He's not a 10, and we saw that decline happened in that position. He was fading a bit at the beginning of the season anyway.
Yeah,
But yeah, I agree with you. He was an exciting player. Defenders did not like defending against him, just the same way defenders don't like defending against Rashford. And
yes,
he's another one that's gone. I'm happy for Rashford. I think he's a man of good morals. I've always said it. I think he gets a lot of bad press. I know people that know him personally and can't stop singing about how amazing that family is. It just
yeah,
didn't work out at United. Again, another academy player gone, and then there was talk about Mainu wanting to leave as well.
yeah,
So it doesn't bode well for me as a fan when all of that noise is going on. So we need to do something.
yeah.
And I wish them all well. That at the end of the day, them remaining at this club, it just wasn't tenable. It really wasn't. It really wasn't. Malacia is interesting.
Yeah,
What
how
happened
do you
with him?
feel about Malacia, by the way?
I would like to see Malacia ahead of Delo, if I'm honest. Give Malacia a few games. If you're giving Delo a few games, give Malacia a few games, and he's here anyway.
Yeah, so
Unless they can
his
ship
move
him off.
fell through, right? He was supposed to go to I'm forgetting the name of the club, but last minute it just fell apart, and and now we're like, what do we do? Saudi, Turkey, can you come rescue us or reintegrate?
And there is that about Bayern, isn't there? So your man might get to get some games in, but there is talk of Bayern going to Turkey, and there is talk of and maybe there'll be talk of Malacia going as well. Who knows? I think the positive of this window is that we got clear outs. All of the players he wanted out,
Yeah,
he's gone out. Malacia never really ruffled the cage, but he's still here.
yeah,
And the players coming in,
yeah,
ideally, I was really excited at the beginning of the window. We got 2 10s, but if I'm being honest, that was me being greedy. I looked at those names,
yeah.
Mambo, Cunha. We weren't scoring goals. I thought, wow, we're going to have a great goal threat. We only needed one of them. The other money should have been spent on a world-class CDM. It really should have. If we had done that, for me, the window would have been a really good, comprehensive window. A lot of outgoings needed to go, and they went.
Yeah.
And then we would have got a striker, an attacking midfielder, a centre midfielder, and a goalkeeper. And we got a winger as well in Diego Leon. Let's not forget about that. And we were talking about a winger anyway. Maybe he can progress to be a right wing back. Who knows? And I would have. So for me.
No. In retrospect, it actually makes sense to bolster every area with like a really good quality player. And now what we did was just put more eggs into one area. And you literally just it's obviously easy to say this in hindsight, but it's what the outcome of our transfer business is. And we may regret it later. We may not. Who knows?
Yeah. And this is what I'm looking at. Well, there's a blessing in disguise that both Cunha and Mount are out, because it may force Bruno to play in the 10, and then we can actually see what what Mainu and one other looks like, because we don't know is the truth of it. We're all questioning what this manager's doing, but we haven't been given the opportunity to see it. So yeah, we've got so many 10s. It's bizarre. We've gone from having too many wingers to now having too many 10s. I mean, it's like
we can never get the balance right. Talking about balance, the question of the show is, which club has won the transfer window? In your opinion, who did the best business and why?
Well, we all know who did the best window. But if that club gets a 21 leagues in my lifetime before we do, I will go up to Man United personally.
And just light up the place.
And do a canny and put a post-it note out there.
No, for real, bro.
I love Canny. I'm only messing.
No, but Surely, okay. So okay. What about who's second then? If Liverpool is first.
I think Arsenal have done really good business, and I would probably put them second. Because what they've done is they've got depth, and Liverpool have just, I don't know, Liverpool have just gone on a madness. And
Yeah.
in third place, I'd probably say us, because we needed to get some of those players in. I think Chelsea have brought in quite a few players. I think Spurs, possibly, you could argue, Javi Simmons is a great signing for them.
Mhm.
I think in terms of getting in good quality,
Yeah.
Premier proven. I know I'm always wary now about saying Premier proven, because that sometimes loses its weight.
Yeah.
Um, but I think we've done some good signings. We've given the fans what they wanted to some degree. We've got rid of players that shouldn't be here. So I think if you put all of that, if you frame all of that, I think we probably have the third best window. And then I would say Spurs, and then I would say Chelsea, and then I would say City.
Oh wow, City is that low. Oh, interesting, interesting. We deserve banter. Big up yourself as always. I appreciate you
It's good
always.
to be.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Wow, I didn't know he put City way down there, but like, yeah, City did a lot more business, um, in January, and also, yeah, in preparation for the first portion of the prior to the Club World Cup. Interesting. Big up yourself if you're just joining in. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Please hit the like button. We got so many more people in here and not enough likes. What's going on? Is people that watch content and don't hit the like button, we call them 007 agents. That people that are not friends of the channel. And we play them uh a little theme music, and it goes a little something like this. It's the people that belong in the unemployment center, like these guys. Please hit the like button and don't be a 007 agent. Let's talk with Wrap Up in the building. He was here second. Wrap Up, big up, bro.
Big up, big up, big up.
All right, let's talk. How you feeling about the transfer window and for our club?
Yeah, it was
First,
decent.
okay.
It was decent, man. But we all knew what we needed, and they made a slight miscalculation, because that midfield is still a problem. Kind of like what We Deserve Banter said, that if we'd only got 110 and gone for a midfielder, then it would have been a 9 out of 10 window.
Yeah.
But now it's a 6.5. 6.5 for me now.
Yeah, because you definitely can't say they didn't recognize the need for it, because the interest in money.
I said from the beginning. Go on, continue.
No, I was saying they definitely knew that we need a central midfielder, defensive midfielder. That's why, like, we were in for Baliba, even though we didn't really put the money down that Brighton was asking, but there was clear, genuine interest from Manchester United, and that means they know that we needed to bolster that area. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying that they best get Belieber next season or January, or that's been a wasted exercise. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
because you could have got enough, but we'll see in it. But I'll give our winner 6.5 out of 10. I think that's fair.
6.5 out of 10 for Manchester United. Okay, so
Yeah.
Who won the transfer window for you? Which club?
Clearly Liverpool. Clearly, it's clear. They got all the pieces they wanted, and they got greedy. Yeah, they missed out on Gahey.
Yeah,
they missed out on Gahey, but that's not a problem. They'll probably get him at the end of the season now for free.
Yeah. Wrap Up, football is funny because football is not mathematics. Sometimes when we think, Liverpool, now they have all this firepower, they should be winning, and then you just find like a team like, the Manchester.
No, but United. You know why they've won? You know why they've won?
What?
It's
What?
not about just the league. It's about all competitions.
Okay.
They've got so much choice. So if somebody gets injured, there's not all injuries. You've got another one to step up. They can't use the injury excuse anymore. They can't use that. It's the same with Arsenal. They can't use the injury excuse. They got options. And their
I hear
options
you.
are good. That's the
I hear you.
difference.
I hear you. We'll see. We'll see. You know what needs to happen? What would derail Liverpool's campaign? A Virgil van Dijk injury.
Yeah. Of course, the defense. The defense is the weakest part. Yeah, but
Because
yeah.
then it's a matter
End
of
of the day.
outscoring them. They'll score goals, but it's a matter of
Yeah.
outscoring them. And if they face us we can outscore them, we stand a chance, you know.
Yeah, we need to score some goals first before we really get onto that bandwagon. We need to score some goals consistently.
Sure.
We're going life and death with Burnley at the moment. So at the end of the day, 3-2 Burnley, they'll probably, if we face Liverpool, be 3-3, 5-3, who knows?
Facts. Wrap up. Is there a player that transferred to another club that you're like, damn it, we missed out on that one? As a Manchester United fan, I'm just curious.
Not really. The targets we went for was the targets that I wanted. If we'd have got Baleba, it would have been perfect.
Oh, wow.
What's right for our club is not the same. What's right for our club or what's right for another club is not right for us.
Oh,
we need different targets. It's all the same thing.
Man, I like the way you think. Big up, Wrap Up. Big up, Broski. Always a pleasure to talk to Wrap Up. He says if we went and got Baleba, then all the targets he wanted would have pretty much happened. And that's like almost perfect. I like that. I like that perspective. Big up to Labo in the building as well. Shout out to Aria James joining from Twitch. We have a few people from Twitch, you know. Thank you guys. Make sure you come to YouTube as well. I'm doing fantastic, Aria James. Thank you for being here. Right now, I do play EAFC and sometimes whatever, Fortnite. But we're going to do more of that, especially, oh my God, I can't wait for GTA. I can't wait for GTA to come out. All right. Let's talk to my brother who was also here earlier. Big up to Connie in the building. What up, Connie? Mark, you'll come in.
Yo,
next.
what's good, bro?
Good, my broski. How you doing?
Easy.
Yes,
Easy.
sir.
What's up?
Man, I'm chilling. I'm a rim chilling. Like how he had his feet up and I'm chilling, bro.
I saw you hustling subscriptions on the coach. Is that what we're doing? Is that what we're doing now?
That's how we doing.
Slinging subs.
The street YouTuber,
Street YouTuber. Man, I love the grind.
He heard me say Liverpool and he's like, Liverpool? And then I was like,
yeah.
We don't like him. And he's like, yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
So, yes. How you feeling about the transfer window, bros?
Underwhelmed a little bit. Like I was, for me, I like I said in the chat, I said I give it a 5.5 out of 10, because of
5.
I give it a 5 because of the midfield.
Watching the Mark Goldbridge is going on, bro. What? Why?
What in the Mark Goldbridge? No, because of the midfield issue, bro. That's a very, very, vital position. We should have at least bought first, bro. We need a midfielder. That's for sure. And there's no two ways about it, bro. We definitely need a midfielder.
So if we had gotten a midfielder, it would be what? A 6 or 7?
I would have gone up because of the importance of that position. It would have definitely gone up to 8.
This grading system is flawed.
Listen to me. Before you start going there, listen. No, listen to me.
The
Before you
outgoings,
start,
we get Cisco. Like,
uh-uh.
bro,
Listen,
be
before you
reasonable,
start,
bro.
listen to me. Before you I hear you. But listen, just give me a chance here to explain
Sure.
why I'll give it exactly. Look, the issue is about the balance of the squad. So when you get that piece that balances the entire squad, that's why it bumps up so high, because then you've done, you know what I mean? Then you're not, because now when you look at it, we concentrated too much on the strike force and we made the team a little bit unbalanced in the middle. We've been crying for that. So now we have to make do with what we have already. Transfer window is closed. You check. We're going to come back here complaining the same way we were complaining last season about. What are you laughing at? I can't see the chat.
No, no, no. You know, it's just what you're saying reminds me of, you know, those cars from the scrapyard, right? Where
Yeah.
it has like the engine of a M6, and
Exactly.
like it's
Exactly.
like
You
it would
check.
be a
Yeah.
good car, but like it's just
It's a
not.
good
The
car, but
tires
like,
are for
yeah,
diesel.
yeah. You check. You've got finished tires, bro, on a Ferrari.
What if-
You ain't going far, bro. Like, you know. So me, I would have loved if we
yeah,
even didn't get Sheshko, and
yeah,
then got a midfielder. Like we invested that money in getting Baleba, bro.
yeah, yeah.
We would have, because then January we can, get in a loan for a striker, because the firepower that we have with Cunha and Worms
Yeah.
and Bruno up there, Ahmad, with a good midfielder, bro, like, it would have been fantastic. So that's why I think if we bought a midfielder, it would have just been it would have balanced well. I'm not saying it's a bad window. I'm just giving it an average 5, you know. And also, when you look at people are saying, "Oh, the outgoings." We kind of made losses on the outgoings when you look at it. You know,
Bro,
when you
we
look at when you look at
losses, the way the outgoings, what they were look at what they were
no, no,
promised.
no, no, no. It was
Players
not
say,
Ineos's
I only
fault,
want to go to this club. That puts you in a
but
difficult
I
position as
hear
a
you.
club,
It was not
right?
Ineos's fault though. They found those problems. They
Sure.
found those problems, but that doesn't mean they are not problems. They are still problems.
So it was
You
just
check.
a matter of salvaging the problem. It's spilled milk already, but like it's like, how do you make less of a loss from this loss? That's the approach. I think
Yeah,
that we should look at how some of these outgoings
yeah.
are. You know what I mean?
No, I feel you, but I'm still gonna be harsh and say like, no, 5 is good because we still didn't address the midfield area.
Okay. All
You know,
right. All
we still
right.
did.
Well,
We have never, and I've told you, like me, I've always been a Casemiro supporter. You know that. But
yes.
big man is like is not. He can't manage on that midfield too, especially that Amram, the formation that Amram wants to play, where we need to have a midfield too. We need legs in that midfield. So that would have been the first thing we should have addressed. And the coach himself has been crying for a midfielder.
True.
So what are we saying? We've
What?
ignored the cry that the coach has been doing. He's been crying out loud for a midfielder. So we can't sit here and ignore that the coach has not been ignored. You check.
I hear you. I hear
Hmm.
you. There's somebody in the chat who had mentioned that we have a midfielder who has potential to be world class in Kobe Maino. If we get, like why not just give him that time? You know what I mean? I,
But
you get what I'm
Kobe
saying?
Maino does not have the attributes that we are looking for. We've all seen that. He doesn't really have the legs. Kobe Maino seems to be a little bit slow.
Yeah.
Kobe Maino would play well with somebody with legs, and then he's the one that's like playing off that person and carrying the ball,
Sure. Sure.
So still, Kobe Maino would not be that perfect midfielder. Casemiro was that midfielder in his prime, not
Yeah.
anymore because of age.
Yeah.
Ugarte is that destroyer, but the dude has got no touch, no pass range. No, you know what I mean? Ugarte is just Ugating all the whole time. You check.
I was watching KG's show
bro,
yesterday,
bro, li-
and,
yeah.
and they said when we said we wanted a destroyer, we brought Ugarte,
Who
but
didn't mean to
it
destroy it all?
destroyed
I saw
everything.
that exactly. I saw that one. That killed me. That killed me too, bro. That killed
Yeah.
the shit out of me. No,
Yeah.
but you see, you realize that we have a problem in midfield when in almost of the platforms there's a constant suggestion that's making me even that can justify my point even more.
Mhm, mhm.
people are suggesting, oh, why don't we move Mazarawi to? Why don't we move Martinez to? You see, and
Yes.
you're not telling me you haven't heard this. There's a lot of it's going on. No, maybe we can move in
Sure.
Lisandro in
Yes.
midfield. That
Yes.
tells you already we needed that position to be
Yes.
sorted out. We
Yes.
cannot start making makeshifts now. You know what I mean?
I
Why?
hear you. I hear you. I hear
You
you.
feel me?
I hear you.
So, but just to
Brother,
wind it up, and then I feel as though Liverpool, Liverpool, bro.
they won the transfer window, right?
Yeah, they won. But I just now it's gonna be up to that guy, whatever is Ancelot's job now to see how does he.
Wait, what just happened? Did Kanye get taken by the popo? I had an ambulance. Brigitte, did you just witness this? Oh, it's because of the bike. Good. He left before I could ask him what happened with the bike because this guy somehow just like parks a bike, walks, and then gets another bike and then walks away with it casually, like, and like I was like, we're all wondering how is this guy just like leaving his bike unlocked, and then he gets a new bike, and then there's a siren. Connect two and two together. Young puppy. That's crazy. Oh, it's a scooter rental. Okay. Let's talk who's after. Oh yeah, Mark said you gotta go. Let's talk to Mark first, and then we'll
Yo,
big up Mark.
I mean, okay, well, everybody would say Liverpool win the transfer window. We can't disagree with that. That is a fair assessment of, when they look at all things considered, the players they bought, how they've been performing, and then they got pizza, which is a icing on the cake. But like I said, Liverpool has done this many times before and failed. So it's yet to prove that that means they're going to guarantee themselves this Premier League. They won the transfer window, but the league is still something they have to win, in my opinion. When it
So,
comes to
Mark,
man,
how many trophies while you're like here talking down on Liverpool like this?
I don't know.
Wait, wait,
I
wait,
don't
wait,
even
wait, wait.
think they're good. I
Say
think they
that.
might win the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup for sure.
Okay. Two trophies
But
for
in
Liverpool.
Europe is a different story. I think they will get knocked out in Europe because the defense suspect. No
Okay.
mark where he means problems in defense. They're still open.
And then
I think
Premier
that will
League,
be
they're not
difficult.
retaining it.
Yeah, I think and it's not about they have strength and depth, but when Isak come, yeah, that this places Etiquette, who has seemed to be linking up pretty well with the team and stuff. And you have to consider that that could upset the carton. That could
That
upset the
will
situation at the
set
status quo. It
in
may
my
not. It
yeah.
could. It may not. So you have to be 50-50. You have to say it can or it cannot. You know what I mean? We have yet to be seen. But in terms of Man United, yeah, I'm not too disappointed in the transfer window. I think I would give it a 7.5. I think the outgoings make it important. You have to mention the outgoings because he was able to get rid of players he's not going to be given game time, so they're not going to be here to cause any distractions. All these things, I think that was important as well. And you might say that it didn't look like we make much money, but we stand to break even on, if not on Anthony, we stand to make a profit on Hoyland.
Mm.
We stand to make profits. We making profits on players who being resold and resold and resold. So it's not that bad. What I am disappointed with is that, people blame them for not getting a DM when United bid literally £100 million for Believer and Brighton said he not for sale. It was never about the fee. It was always he's not for sale.
Oh,
That
we
was the
actually put a
problem.
bid on the table?
The bid was on the table, bro. Like people listen, yeah. 90% of the times how the transfer market works is that after a bid is already made and the club verbally accepts, it becomes our official bid. Yeah. So technically we usually be like 14, 24 hours behind the actual happenings of the status quo. It's because these clubs negotiating in the background days, weeks, all the time. They're talking on the phone. These things happening, especially when there's a player that the club moving for. Like when we made Sesko the priority, we was there. You know what I mean? This guy was there for like 2 weeks, sorting out the deal while we was on tour in the US. So it's these kind of things you cannot overlook. And I would say that maybe we should not buy 2 10s. We should have bought a 10 and a DM.
Yeah.
But at the same time, people will say, well, he was crying for 2 10s. He got 2 10s. He was crying for a midfielder. He got Ian Gate. So, I mean, you can't always get everything you want.
So yeah, I mean, I think a 7.5 is a very fair assessment, honestly. And I hear what you're saying about the outgoings. ATS disagrees with what you're saying we've lost money on Hoyland because you
Well,
say
we might have lost money on some players, but but at the end of the day, we wanted them gone.
yeah, but you suggested that we're making money off.
Well, if you look at the total of exits and the total of sales, we made. We stand to sell. We have stand to sell 90 million, and possibly earn another 20 to 30 million based on after sales and sales. I think that was good. Like United don't really sell that well.
What I know about the Hoyland deal is that if Napoli qualify for Champions League, we'll get more money, which is like I think good business.
Yeah, but we get our loan fee currently, and if they buy him, then we get what is 45 million pounds or
44.
something.
Yeah.
44.
Yeah.
That's not bad. Garnacho was pure profit. If
So
Rashford does well and we get 30 million or 25 million pounds from Barcelona, I think that's pure profit as well. I think that it works out. It works itself out to a break even or just a little bit of profit.
So, Mark, all things considered, do you give Ineos their flowers for transfer business this window? No.
I mean, I think they did their best according to what they could have done. I don't think anything much could have been done about Baliba. So if we're gonna harp on Baliba as the failure, I would say that would be the 2 points or 3 points off our 10. Because if we get Baliba, then the transfer would have been a 10 or 9 for me. I don't know about other people, but for me.
All right. I hear it. I respect it. Is there any other player that went to a different club that you were like, Man United should have signed that player? I'm just curious.
Yeah, Ryan Cherky.
Okay. Speak a little bit more on that. Like, what is it about Ryan Cherky that how would he fit our team?
I think he's a creative 10. And his price point was, 20 million euros. I think City paid over the top for him. I think we was before City bought him, he was offered to United for a lower price.
So between Cunha and Mbeumo, who would you have sacrificed for Cherky?
Cunha.
No, Mark, no, Cunha, really?
Yeah, I rate Mbeumo, bro. I don't rate Cunha at all. In fact, I think Joshua Zirkzee actually did more for the team when he played the last minutes he played than Cunha. I mean, we scored goals when Joshua Zirkzee came on the pitch. Cunha was not there. So in his 270 minutes, he tried, but with no cigar.
Sure, he hasn't set fires, but that was like preseason in the first opening games, bro. But like, I think he'll be a baller for us.
Well, I'm not saying that he won't eventually do well. I just said that for me, I would have probably I probably would have signed Mbeumo first, signed a DM, and then if in late, I would have probably triggered his release clause. I would have probably signed Cherky as well.
So between Cherky and Cunha, who's gonna have a higher GA?
Yeah, don't ask me, bro. Cherky already have a GA, bro. Cunha don't have any.
All right, we'll be there, bro. Big up yourself, Mark. Oh boy. ATS Travels agrees with this. I don't rate Cunha like that personally. I think we've overpaid. Sure, for the price of the deal. I hear it. But Cunha is a baller, guys. Cunha is a baller. Don't forget, he hasn't started off like well, but in the long run, We got something special there for real, for real, for real. Shout out to you if you're just pulling up. Man, more people just pulled up. Thank you. Hit the like button. Let's talk to Doctor in the building and then Riri. Shout out to Doc.
Hello. Hello.
How you
Hello. Can you
doing,
hear me?
Doctor?
I'm
I
alright.
can
How are you?
I can hear you. There's a hiss, a very strong hiss. Are you on your headphones or something?
Yes, I am. Hello.
Okay.
Can
Yes.
you? Is it better now? Okay.
Sure,
Good.
sure. We can live with it. Let's hear your take on that transfer
I
window. How
mean,
do you?
it's been a it's been alright. I mean, a 6/10, 7/10 ish. I mean, I would have loved for Nana to leave, but I mean
Doc,
that's besides the point.
Doctor, can you like the headphones are not charged or something? It's really extra today. You know,
Okay, let me try it. Bring Riri on and let me try another set of
it
headphones.
sounds like you're in the village, says Lenny. Riri, what up? Yo, Doctor sounds like she's in a well.
In a well.
Yeah, it's crazy. What you doing, sis? Is there some hair care going on? What you up to right now? What
No,
we
no, no. I have to bring down my locks every now and again because when I have it up for too long, it starts to hurt my neck. It's heavy.
How long have you had your locks?
Uh, 3 years.
Wow. Wow, I would have guessed longer. Damn,
No,
word.
I got that South Asian tax.
Hey,
Wajid knows about that. Wajid knows about that. Knows about that good hair, South Asian good hair tax.
let's go. Let's go. What do you think about this transfer window now that it's done?
I think I spoke on this yesterday on the roundtable. I don't know if you caught that.
I was there for most of the show, but I can't remember.
Yeah, I said that for us, I didn't want Cunha. I thought I was more so let's get Mbuemo, keep Bruno in the 10 and get a proper midfielder.
Right.
I
Yes.
I didn't rate Cunha. I didn't want us to pay the money we paid for him. I was one of the Wajid and I were probably two of the first people
Mm,
to say that.
mhm.
So now everybody, when you ask the question, now everybody's like, yeah, we could have done without him. So
That's true.
um
That's true.
uh
Yeah.
so yeah, so I feel like we didn't need 2 10s.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because we already had a bunch of 10, to be fair.
Well, you know,
So
yeah, yes and no, because Mason Mount is as fragile as they come, so you can never really count on him. And now here we are, like, I think maybe you may be right on that. If we just had 110, it would have made sense. But then, like, these guys, you can't really like fully count on them. You look at Xerxes as well. Like, Xerxes is like almost he gives me vibes of like he's an injury waiting to happen as well. I don't know. I, that's just how I feel about it. But what do you think about the fact that we also got a goalkeeper? I want to hear your rating, your score rating for our transfer window, because you haven't really given a score per
I
se.
mean, I'd probably rate our transfer window a 6 because we lost on the outgoings. Like and that's our problem. Like we can't sell players. Like we we never make money on our outgoing. I mean, outside of that one, what is it, Dan James that
Yeah,
year?
yeah.
Like we never really
It's always
make
a loss.
money. It's always a loss. Like always a loss. So I would say a 6 because we actually, they got us. It was gonna be a 5, but they got a 6 by bringing in Lamens or Lamons or however you pronounce his name.
Yeah.
Senna. I'm gonna call him Senna because he's named after my favorite F1. It's not spelled the same, but it's pronounced the same. My favorite F1 driver of all time, Ayrton Senna. So so because of that last minute sneak in, I would give them a 6 because Onana is the spawn of Satan, bro. He needs to go.
Onana ain't moving, bro. Onana ain't moving. Is there a player that went to another team that you thought like we really could have used that player at Man United?
No, I don't look at my neighbors.
Oh,
I don't look at my neighbors.
Okay.
We got who we got. We got who we got, and we need to do what we need to do with what we got. I'm not over here wishing and hoping. I don't play that game.
I respect.
If we were supposed to get those people, we would have got them. We didn't. So move on.
I like it. It's such a practical way of thinking, Riri. I like it. I like it. I like it.
I don't live in the ifs and the maybes. When you live in the ifs and maybes of the world, you end up disappointing yourself. So
yeah.
I mean, no team right now is really ripping up trees. Like everybody's saying Liverpool got the best window, but at the same time, the first 3 games they haven't looked like dominant for me. Because even that first game, that Bournemouth game, Bournemouth put what, 2 past them? Was it 2?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
yeah, where it took like a moment of brilliance, a last, I think the goal from the youngster, right? It was like a dummy from Soboslai.
Yeah.
In the 9 minutes. Yeah.
So
true.
So I foresee this season is going to be extremely competitive.
Yeah.
And and it's going to be good football, which I am all for. I am here for that.
Hey, Riri, well said. Thank you so much. We will be there.
We will be there. We'll be there.
Yeah, this whole Liverpool thing. I was also saying earlier on to was it Mark? Somebody as well, that like football is not math. It's not Vids plus this plus the equals to, it don't work like that. That's the fun part about this game. And the excellent also take earlier on that like sometimes the arrival of Isak will just upset the balance. It can upset the balance. Because on paper, you'd say Ekitike feels like he's a natural fit for that Liverpool front line. And then you have Isak who might come in and then he has a stinker. And then what is that going to do for his confidence? How is that going to be? Could it be the moment where everybody's like the eyes are on Liverpool, the eyes are on Arsenal, and then somebody we're not even thinking about, like Spurs under Thomas Frank, do something crazy? I don't know.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, Doctor.
Is there any whistling noise?
No, it's so crisp and so clean of a connection. Thank you.
You're welcome. I feel like I should say you're welcome.
No, thank you. It's like your voice is soothing, and then when there's like some extra noises with it, it's like
Now, what's really?
What? No, I don't.
We're not gonna beat the allegations, man. I'm here trying to beat allegations.
Okay, all right. Let's stay on track. Let's stay on track. All right. What are you saying about the transfer window?
So far, it's been all right.
And now the connection goes. The
mean,
connection is gone.
it hasn't been
Oh,
100. So,
you're back. You're back.
us getting what, six? I know. Sorry, us getting six. Or is it six players? Right? We got six players, right?
Did we? Says
If we
Kumbumo
include
Kunya.
Diego Leon, I'm including Diego Leon.
Isn't he
Diego
like a
Leon.
January signing? Okay, Diego Leon.
Yeah, but he arrived in June.
Sure. Okay. Lamons, and then who else? Who's the sixth one?
Cunha. Unless
No,
of
I
course you
think
don't
it's
want to
five.
add Cunha.
I think it's five. Yeah,
Okay.
it's Yambun, Mosesco, Lamons, and Leon.
Yeah. So that's even more than I thought, you know. So I mean it's been like a 6, 7-ish,
Mount is like
maybe
a new
7.
signing. Oh no, Maino. It's like
You're the jokers. And the fact that we got rid of the so-called in quotes bomb squad, I'm surprised. I'm actually surprised we I'm gonna ignore the comments because y'all think you're jokers. Anyway, and I did say at the beginning
Onana
of
said
the
he'll act like a new signing.
you I ha- oh I'm keeping my rant about Onana to the end because
Okay, all right.
oh my god, to support your fellow African is very hard, you know.
I know.
If I could, do you know, if it wasn't for the fact that a train ticket to Manchester is very expensive, I would have gone and cussed him out and come back. But you know, it's different. Anyway, let's get. We're not counting the academy players. So, yeah. Anyway, I did say at the beginning of this that don't be surprised if
Yeah.
Malasia stays. And what happened? Malasia has stayed,
You
and I
did
feel like.
call it. You did call it.
I
Yes.
was like, you people think he's gonna go. Do you know why he stayed? He's the least problematic out. I'm sure he has not given this man anything to sweat about. He's been professional. His agents have probably this is a maybe, and I'm assuming, and I know I shouldn't assume, but they've probably been quiet, you know, just minding his own business. So he'll probably play in. He's probably like a plan B when the law is acting up. Oh my god. Even though like in the few times he's played before he went on loan, I mean he was meh, you know? I mean but he won't cause like criminal I don't think he'll cause as much criminality as Delo would, you know, like
Yeah.
the Brentford game. Great assist, but then again, causing criminality, the second goal goes in, you know.
Yeah. You know, it's
The
crazy.
second
Dallo's performance on the left was really good, you know, and I'm wondering, like, why have we not seen that before?
It's not 100% though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's
He
still
makes
a
up for it.
criminal.
He makes up for it.
He doesn't always like. Why do you want me to always be screaming, Delo? What are you doing? Every time, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I thought look at West Ham game last season when Ten Hag got fired. Mate, open goal.
Yeah.
It's just you and the goal. Kick. Why is Kai in it? In fact, you could have just walked it into the goal. If I remember that day, oh my god.
Yeah, no, I remember it was we're doing the watch along together. It
Yeah,
was
and I wasn't there though. I was enjoying myself with my cousin. I've gone out with my cousin, and I'm enjoying. I remember calling in and losing my voice.
yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
my
What's
my
rate?
last thing.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh,
Go ahead.
my rating is 6-ish, 7, 6 between 6 and 7. I'm
Okay.
like, we had some outgoings. That's wonderful. Sancho, thank God you're gone. Because if he hadn't gone, I would have had to
Mm-hmm.
be so mad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the outgoings were outgoing,
Mm,
and the incomings. I mean, we could have done better, but you know what? It is what it is.
yeah.
Onana, my last thing before I go, because I'm not gonna. that hot chip, I really deserve it because I can't believe.
Wait, what just happened? The hot chip, you really deserve it because you
So,
just then like your
hello.
Wi-Fi just cut off. Okay, go ahead, go ahead. I just heard the
Yeah,
hot chip. I
yeah, yeah.
deserve
I'm
it.
back. I'm
Everything
back.
you said after that, I didn't hear it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna do the forfeit SLD. Just y'all, I don't. Y'all are not gonna see it because
Speak, doctor.
unless you
Stay on
come for
track. Stay on track.
the.
I
Okay,
don't want
I'll.
to lose your train of thought. That's what I'm
Yes.
trying.
Okay. Fine.
Yes,
You're
yes.
rushing me. You're rushing me. Anyway, um, you. It makes it hard for us to defend him. Like I know you want to do better, but show your work on the field. Why? Like this is a new season. You hadn't played. The reason, and now I figured out the reason why he hasn't been played because during this time he asked for more money when you're not even in the Champions League, you
Mhm.
know. So why would you play? Fine. On Amorim was like, you have an injury. You possibly did have an injury, but he's not gonna play you because you're out here asking for money.
This is Onana asking for money.
Yes, yes. Read the group chat because I posted it there. He asked for a new contract, which means he's asking for more money because everybody got a pay cut.
Andre is
Everybody got a pay cut. So if you ask for a new contract, that means you're asking for more money on the new contract.
Oh
So
Lord.
when the 25% hit, you're gonna get more money.
This African is embarrassing us now.
Embarrassing. Just shut your mouth, Pim. If you shut your mouth, Pim, then Kotsa, let me see. To be fair, I got it from the United Stand. So put it put
Sources, United Stand. We all know. I think you might as well call them United Cooks. Sometimes they be cooking things up. Like I do pay attention to Mark Goldbridge, but sometimes they be cooking. They say Onana asked for more money. Is this really true? Like Onana, could he be that clueless? Like, bro, we should have gotten into the Champions League. That's where you would have gotten more money. But I don't know if Onana would ask for a new contract. But hey, let's hear what Courts has got to say about it. Big up Courts.
What's going on? How you doing, bro?
I'm good. Long time no speak, man.
Long
What's
time.
first of all, Andre Onana apparently asked for some money, some more, asked for a new contract. Sources say that.
The,
Which
the thing is, though, as in,
man,
as mad as it sounds from his perspective, in terms, as in from our perspective, in terms of this guy's been rubbish. Why should we give him more money? If you look at what he signed, 3 seasons ago? Have we had 2 seasons or 3 seasons of Onana?
I think it's
I
two,
can't even
man.
remember.
It's
Two?
two. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because Eric Ten Hag, yeah. So we've had 2 seasons of Onana, but players probably be asking for new contracts all the time. As in, it's not a big deal, I don't think, because that all you have to do is say no, which it seems like we did, and then yeah, we move on. So I don't care. He's
Yeah,
done. So yeah, I don't think it's like he's within his right. Same way as annoying as Sancho is for not leaving on a permanent. He's
yeah,
within his right to kind of see out his contract. Onana's within his right to ask for a contract extension.
yeah,
You can
yeah, yeah.
say no, which looks like we did, but anyway, like yeah, I'm not sure about Mark Goldbridge and that, but we can save that for another day.
That's another conversation. Anyway, what are your feelings towards the transfer window? Are you happy with the outcome of how
I
things
think
went?
I disagree. Like where I know Riri and I know Waj aren't fans of Cunha, and I think there was
Mm,
someone else in the chat who said it. I think he's a
yeah,
good player. I think we definitely needed something different going forward. So I was happy with that, and Bueno signing the Sesko one. I was unsure of the price,
yeah,
but we could all see we needed a striker, because we
That was
couldn't carry on with it. It was clear we needed a striker. Now, have we overpaid for Sesko? I guess time will tell. But then when you look at that Walt Mead guy who went to Newcastle, who genuinely I'd not heard hardly anything of him till the start of this transfer window. Because I'm not gonna, I don't watch Bundesliga or anything. So,
Yeah.
and he went for 85 or something. So you can see what the price is. And then Le Mans. So yeah. So those 4 signings, obviously we know about the midfield situation. I was happy with some of the sales. I would have liked them to be, like, for example, Garnacho, I'd have liked more money. But I think when the player goes, I'm only going to one club and he's within contract, that kind of ruins your bargaining ability. So we probably couldn't go to, so it is what it is. Anthony wanted more, but I'm happy that he's gone. The Erasmus one impressed me because, like, it shows that the regime will get rid of players who were purchased in the last 2 years. Is it Subasiso? He's probably crying somewhere because I know he was Rasmus's
I
biggest
literally
fan.
was thinking about him. I was like, where's our South African brother who loves Rasmus Højlund so
Subasiso,
much?
bro. He probably bought this year's tops with Rasmus's name on them. He was the biggest Rasmus Højlund fan, saying he could be world class. But yeah, I'm glad that we got rid of him, and I think 40 million. What is 4 or 5 million loan fee with 40 obligation? I think that's good because I do see Napoli qualifying for Champions League, so I think we should be able to get him.
Yes.
So yeah, it's a mixed window but we in our team standards as United, we've done okay. As in we've actually, other than Malacia, we've actually been able to get rid of players. It'll be interesting to.
Go ahead, lend your point.
Go on, sorry.
No,
I was gonna say, goalkeeper. If one of those goalkeepers could go, that would be good. Because obviously you got the Turkish window, Saudi window. Mm-hmm. It would be good if, one of those goalkeepers can go in the next week. Because that will just free up some more contract space.
100%. Is there a particular player that went to another club, by the way, Courts, that you were like, we should have got that player? I'm just curious if, you were jealous of a certain signing that went elsewhere.
Nah, because if I'm being honest, I don't really watch that much football like that these days. I only really get to watch United, so I can't even be like, this guy's a baller, we should have got him. Maybe the only one, but all I saw was the Wolves game and they looked good, was Reinders, but obviously City lost their other 2 games, so I don't know.
All right. Now, big up yourself, my broski. Stay safe on the road, yeah?
Always. Big up, bro.
I heard you wanted Madueke, though.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Madueke? Nah, bro. Nah, I don't want Madueke.
That's what SLD is saying.
If SLD says something and you believe it, you are the fool.
Big up SLD. It's Durag gang. That's funny. Wait. Let's go to my broski. Vegeta in the building. What's up, bro?
What's happening, bro?
Good, brother. Good. Are you home now? You were like on the move earlier. Like I didn't know.
Yeah, bro. I was like on the road from work. And I was like, the sound in the car is not gonna be great, bro. I need to get back to my office, So I'm glad I made it home.
Yes. All right. So are you off your sabbatical because you've been boycotting Manchester United? Some people don't know this, but you've been vocal about, revolting against Manchester United for the trauma that they've done to you.
Yeah, you know what it is with this club, bro. It's like a roller coaster thing. Look, at the very least, I'll be back on Reckless Delegates. I'm back. I'm ready to call back in.
Come on.
So when you have your good dad and actually I'll be there. You know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you. So I'm assuming you're obviously a little optimistic after this transfer window. As a United fan, how do you feel about how things played out?
Yo, am I gone?
No,
What's
you're
happening?
here. You're here. I was
Hi.
asking you about how
All
you
right.
feel about the transfer window on Man United's
Oh,
front.
you know what? You know what, bro? I don't feel the same way people came because people came like sad, bro, because of the midfield position. And look, bro, I personally think before we even bought a single player,
Yeah.
um, there was a lot of positions that you can't really say we needed this one more than the other one because let's look at the parts of the pitch that we did replace, right? The
Mhm,
goalkeeper. If we
mhm.
didn't get a goalkeeper and we got a midfielder, some people would have still felt sad because we saw what Bayern is doing. We got reminded of what Onana can also do. You get what
True.
I'm saying? And then
True.
if you don't get a midfielder, which we didn't, we saw the calamity of the duo that we have. But I feel like the midfield is more so how we are structured than the personnel, in my
Mhm,
opinion. If
mhm.
we played differently, it wouldn't be as big a problem, but it still is a problem. And then if you look at the forward positions, the people we replaced and the people we got, we didn't score enough goals in the last 2 seasons. So you can't, but all of these parts of the pitch, you can't really say, we could have done without this when that's not the truth, bro. Our
Mm.
goalkeepers are all over the place. We couldn't score to save our lives. And our midfielders were dead because even when we were playing with Ten Hag's system, the midfield was a problem because the people we think we can rely on now, we turned our backs on, like your Casemiro's
Yeah.
and all that. So what I'm trying to say is, in essence, no matter who you left out in those positions, depending on how you feel as a fan, you would
Yeah.
have still been unhappy.
Sure.
But at the
Sure.
same
It's
time,
one of those things, bro, where it's you're damned if you do, damned if you don't.
damned if you don't.
It-
Get what I'm
you
saying,
know.
bro? And then
Hmm.
also the reality of the situation, and United fans don't like reality; they like vibes. And that's another problem. You can't solve 10 years of doo doo in two summers. Unfortunately, that's the reality that we are seeing right now.
So what's
You
the
can't.
equation of undoing juju from Vegeta's standpoint, huh? So
No,
12
bro.
years. Like
You
how
can't take
many
10
summers
years.
do we need?
In fact, I would argue it's even more because I feel like Sir Alex at times performed miracles with some of the nonsense the Glazers were doing in our club because
Yeah.
we almost feel like it's just the last 10 years where this transfer shenanigans was going on.
Mm,
Like, bro, Fergie had to work with what he had, bro. And
yeah.
when we got good people, it was great. But like these Glazer guys have been a problem for a longer time than just 10 years. You get what I'm trying to say? So I'm just saying when you get people who, whether you like them or you don't like them, and they're trying to go in a different direction, because I also think to a degree it's unfair to say that Ineos is the same as the Glazers because I don't look at the business in the last 2 summers and say it's the same. In my opinion, that's just me. People
Mm,
might say I'm a Ineos sympathizer,
mm,
whatever. You,
mhm,
you get what I'm saying?
mm.
So in that respect, I just wanted to give you context. I think it's a 7 out of 10 because I'm very happy with the outgoings, even if we made a loss. Because but I think people are quick to forget how they felt about a lot of these players and what they said. Some people even saying just get them gone by any means necessary. And
Yes.
a lot of this was by any means necessary, my bro. You feel me?
Yes. Yes.
And we're still not happy with the by any means necessary. So I just think there's no making us happy, irrespective of what we do as fans. But from my point of view, Ruben said A, and the club said, cool, bro, we'll do that or we'll try.
Yeah.
Because Ruben didn't want these guys and he tried. They tried to not reintegrate them by Malasia, right? I think
Mm,
that's pretty decent.
mm,
It's not like the Glazers who would have said, no, let's give new contracts to try and preserve value.
sure.
I mean, that's the reason why we've still got people like Bloody Luke Shaw at our club because we're trying to preserve values for no reason.
Yeah.
That values thing, I don't understand it, right? So I think the outgoings was good. The incomings, I'm also happy, bro. The only thing I would have maybe done differently, just because of how we play, I think us and Arsenal, we snook at each other with the striker thing, based on how we're playing. I feel like the other one got the other one striker, and we're both trying to say, "Ha, we got one over you."
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, it's
Yeah.
just the Spider-Man theme
Yeah.
meme, in
The
my opinion.
Spider-Man meme all over again.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
So
interesting. But in your opinion, now while you're on that point, is there a player that we should have got that another team got?
not necessarily, bro, because
Oh,
I think for what Ruben wants to do as the manager, as much as maybe I'm skeptical of him and his system, I think they bought him what he wants for his system. And the people they bought are not exactly bad players, bro. Like we were all saying, look, we got how many goals and assists between Mbuemo and Cunha alone. And then some people were also happy with Sheshko because they didn't want Ollie Watkins. They wanted a younger striker. We got a goalkeeper. Some people are even saying they like this goalkeeper because again the young tax thing over Amy Martinez. So, bro, we can't. I can't look at that and say I'm unhappy because a signing is only as good as their performance once we've made them. Because we can look at the Liverpool thing and say they've won the window. Yeah. I don't like winning the window personally because then if those people are crap, did you really win the window?
Winning the window doesn't mean you win the league.
The window is kind of like the Premier League. You have to wait for all 38 games to see who really won the window.
Sure.
You get what I'm saying?
Oh, mic drop moment. That was good. That was a bar right there. That was a bar.
It's the only way to truly determine this because what if Southampton finishes in the top 8? We don't even rate any of their signings, but those signings have helped them to get there.
Brother, thank you for reading my mind. This whole conversation, today's show, we haven't even... everybody's just focused on like the big ones. Every time and I ask somebody which teams do you think have won, like no mention of Sunderland, no mention of Everton. That's now
and they're cooking, bro.
Do you know
they don't look like a beatable team right now? Like we know in the past we could have been like 3 points, but they're doing well.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like you can win on paper.
I think you meant to say Sunderland, not Southampton, right?
Sunderland. My bad. Yeah, Costa. Thanks for the correction.
Yeah. But it's like that. It's like we're all focused on like, Forest also did a little bit of business as well.
Yeah, bro. And you know what it is, bro. In South Africa, there's a commentator who likes to say football doesn't have a therefore. In other words, you can't look at what's on paper and make a conclusion. Because sometimes football is the way.
Football does not have a therefore. I like it.
My South Africans know who that commentator is. There is no therefore in football. There is just what happens on match day. Because we can say Liverpool and then they finish 4th. And then what?
Broski. Nah. No wiser words have been spoken today. Big up Vegeta for that. This guy, he's back. The siren got him, but did you get released? Yo, bro, can you explain what was going on with your bikes? Because like you parked your bike, didn't lock it, and then you went and took another bike. What was going on?
Bro, you trying to make me sound like I was getting other bikes, multiple bikes. What kind of lifestyle is that? I was locking my bike so I could talk to you properly, and then after that, there was this an ambulance that came through, and then I got a call. So when you get a call, it cuts you out.
Okay.
Yeah, so I got a phone call. So no, I'm a law-abiding citizen. We do that in the shadows.
Okay.
So I saw it back. I was like, this dude is making fun of me. Let me go back and show him I'm not in custody. That's some crazy.
No, we were genuinely concerned. We were genuinely concerned, bro. We were like, free Kanye.
Free Kanye t-shirts should be coming out, bro. Bro.
Oh, God. Okay.
Nah, bro, I'm good. That's the only reason I came back, to show you that I'm good.
I'm happy you're good. Or maybe the bail, they released you on bail quickly.
Bro, sorry, just quick, bro. The South African fan base wants me to say it in our home language. Bare bolo haina therefore.
Bolo haina therefore.
Haina therefore.
That means football does not have a therefore. It's not mathematics. It's not. Yes, I like it. I really like that bar from today. Big up, bro. Ref up. Did we talk? No, we didn't talk. I think your connection was messed up, right?
Oh, no. We did talk a little bit. Yeah, we said about
yeah,
the transfers and all that, innit?
Yeah.
6.5 out of 10. I think. Yeah.
But I just brought you back to say Alejandro Garnacho.
Alejandro Garnacho gone.
Jadon Sancho.
But no, I got one thing to say. I got one thing to say. So another thing to say. I do think we can actually beat City. I think we can beat City. I think we can beat them.
Okay,
that's not a crazy.
They're not looking the same right now.
Delivery guy. What's his number? I need what? We can beat City.
I think we can beat them. Yeah. In spite of the manager, we can beat City. In spite of the manager, we've got the weapons to hurt them. We do. And Bruno's starting to cook now. Put Bruno in the 10 where he can do what he has to do. Put Kobe and Casemiro together. We could beat them.
Bro, we'll have this conversation in the preview
This
talk.
comment is why we can beat City. Babadi Apollo, I'm therefore.
Babadi Apollo, Haina therefore. That's what
we don't have a therefore. Sorry, I'm sorry. I don't put the G.
Wait. But what does the word Papadi mean?
As in the game of football. It's actually a sentence in and of itself.
Got you. I hear you. All right. Let's talk to Preem. Big up, broski.
What's good, man? What's going on?
Oh, man. Transfer window is done. How do you feel about it? Let's talk about that.
Yeah, man. I literally just made a video about it myself. And I am happy with obviously United's transfer window, but I get why they couldn't do everything at once. So that is the reason why, because obviously we have the keeper, we have the attackers, but again, we're still looking like a bagel.
A donut FC.
Yeah. You know the ring donut?
Yeah.
We're still like that. So we just need to fill in the donut, bro.
Fill the donut. Oh my god. So okay. So in your opinion, then what out of 10, what would you rate? How would you rate the transfer window?
I would say 7. 7 is okay. Like, but it's not a strong 7. It's like a 6.8, 6.9. Do you know what I mean? It's like a 7. Nice choice of words. Thank you.
We all know what she's talking about. But go ahead. Okay, so 7. Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's why I stopped there. Yeah, 7. I'll give it. Obviously, if looking at the other teams, I don't think they've strengthened as much as, let's say, Liverpool has. Yeah. Arsenal, I would say they're second. But sorry, just a side note. Did you hear about Onana trying to get a pay rise?
Bro, yeah, we were just talking about this earlier on, and it's kind of crazy. And I feel like last summer he tried to do the same thing too, right?
Bro, how dare you come to my office and ask for more money when you're the reason why we're in this situation? Do you know, bro? I saw the news here. I was so vexed. I was like, that's why again they went to go get this new keeper, and I don't blame them. So
actually, you know what, Onana? I see what Onana is doing here. He's just telling them, guys, I'm here for the long term. So I saw you guys sign Lamens, but I'm here to ask to renegotiate a contract. Like he's saying, I'm here. It's binding.
But do you know there's actually teams that wanted him? Like Monaco wanted to get him, but obviously he turned it down because I think it was around 30 million. Yeah, and they weren't ready to pay the money. So
let me Mark apparently saying we're not reporting this news properly. Let me bring him in and hear how he clarifies this. Mark,
go ahead, Mark.
You there? Mark N.
Bro, Wajid said it earlier, bro. Wajid said it, and I was saying the same thing. He was trying to remove the minus 25% in his clause. That is why he was trying to get a new contract to remove that minus 25%. He wasn't asking for more or anything. He just wanted to remove the minus 25%.
Minus 25 means like he's getting 25.
Yeah. The clause that means that you get minus 25% pay when we out of Champions League. He wanted to remove that clause out of his contract.
Okay.
Yeah, but then how dare you say that when you're the
Well,
reason why we're
yeah,
in this
of course.
predicament?
How dare he, bro? We're not saying that he should have said that in the first place. He should be getting -50 because he was the reason we get knocked out of the Champions League in the first place.
It's not a
We
pay
should
rise.
put
It's he
mine at
wanted 20, bro. Oh,
75%.
Bro,
okay.
when I tell man them since that Champions League knockout, he should, I guess, sold the very next season.
Well,
Yeah.
he also helped facilitate the Mbeumo
Bro,
deal.
he never helped nothing, bro. He never helped nothing. Get rid of he, bro. Yeah, Lenny Euro, bro, was at Rennes too with Baliba. Bon Onana, bro. Get rid of that nigga.
So what? So what you say, Lenny Euro was the one there that wanted Baliba to come to the club, yeah.
Right.
So Mbeumo, so it had nothing to do with Mbeumo, yeah.
Right. That's what we're saying. I'm sure Mbeumo did contact Onana and say, "Yo,
Of course,
right? Like
of
they've
course.
had a conversation, whether
You
we
know,
want to agree with it or not. You know."
you know what? Yeah, Onana will always be a topic of conversation. Yeah, I was just scrolling through the Premier League app on Instagram, yeah, and then I saw like look at this year's new celebrations from your team's players, yeah, and I see like obviously your career celebration. I see João Pedro. I see different strikers, defenders, and then I'm swiping and I'm like, I see Onana do a celebration. I'm like, huh?
He's got a celebration.
Onana's got a celebration. I said, huh? How did you make it through the edit? How did you make this? How did you make through the edit, bro? Nah, you're taking a piss.
Nah, that's wrong.
I said, Onana's got a celebration when he scores.
Lord.
This guy will always be in the news, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah, nah, it's too much. It's too much.
But yeah, on to the transfers. I'm still happy with what we got. Again, it's just that middle. Let's see what we can do against who we got next? Sunderland. Who we got next?
City, bro.
After the break, it's City.
Yeah. After the break is City, and then from there, yeah, it's a whole. Let's see. Okay, we got City.
Yeah, put the thing up again.
And then Chelsea, and then Brentford, and then Sunderland.
Yeah, so those 4 games is very hard. I don't know how we're gonna get through them. It will test us as a team. Do you know what I mean? Let's see. Yeah. But again, I just want Amarin to just play Sesko. Just put him in the midfield. Just put him in. Like you're talking about cramp. Bro, just put him in.
Did you just say Sesko in midfield?
That's it, no. That's it, midfield. No, I said put him in. I never said midfield. Don't try it.
I thought I heard you say midfield.
Nah, bro.
I also heard midfield. Just FYI. I also heard the midfield part.
He did say he did. I know. I was like,
you're not crazy, bro. I heard it as well.
What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell, Beyonce?
And he tried to track back too, you know. Oh gosh, big up to Preem. Yo, that is so funny. Guys, what a lovely show. We're actually approaching the 2-hour mark when I thought we were going to be here for an hour. I want to just say, if you have hit the like button, you are a legend. If you haven't hit it yet, this is a kind reminder to do so. Big up to everybody that commented, also that called in. Much love and appreciation from me to you. Also, Riri, thank you for the members chat as well. Riri's been a member.
I put in one for some reason, even though my membership was renewed.
Hey, it is what it is. So you know, Doctor's going live at 8 p.m. Let's see if we can set a redirect. Do you have the stream set up already?
I think she does because she posted in the group, the one that you don't read.
All right. Let's see if we can do a redirect to Doctor's United Talks community. Hell yeah. Deadline day news and table predictions for the 2025-2026 season. Guys, make sure you support the doc. Just go ahead and hit the like on her channel. I'm going to do the redirect thing as we're doing this. Vegeta, anything else that you want to share, by the way, while I'm doing this?
All I can say is, Ruben, bro, like you're already 8th. I mean, you've made most of the fan bases bare minimum. The only way from here is up. Okay. If you dare drop into 9th, you're in problems.
Bro,
That's what I'm gonna say to him.
Imagine. But if he can make it past Sunderland, he's gonna make it till the rest of the season.
Yeah, then I think you'll be fine, bro. But also, everybody who was trying to do revision history with Oli and Ten Hag and Jose, how's your week going, eh? All 3 of them got fired. So all
The
of us were wrong.
unemployment center. 3. This is crazy.
All of us were wrong, eh? All were crackheads with those ones.
That's wild. That's really, really wild. I don't know why it's not allowing me to do this.
Maybe it's because it's not. I don't know.
It's
Is it
not
because
live yet or
live?
something. There's gotta be something weird here.
Yeah.
Well, we'll try next time. Big up to Doc, and shout out to everybody as well that has done the thing, man. That has hit the like button. And Ikaring is asking, is the camera on for the stream? We are being directed to.
She might as well. She did a face review.
There's only one way to find out, Ikaring. You gotta go there and support Doctor, for one more time, we're probably not gonna hear these words until January. We gotta bring wrap up for the sound. Thank you, Doctor, for sharing.
No. I've got one more thing to say. A bald fraud got sacked this week, yeah? Amarin, if you want to go into folklore, yeah, you can sack another bald fraud after the holidays, yeah? After the international break, you can sack another bald manager. Figure that one out. You can sack another bald manager. If you win their next game, you can sack another bald manager.
Hey.
That's what I'm going to say. And get him gone.
We will be there, We'll be there. Frodiola. Shout out to you, man. We out of here. Peace, guys. Football Power Hour.